Okay, so we're ready to tackle some actual equations. So you'll notice in my first example here, we're solving for x this time. So we're going to follow the same 3 steps on all of these to get to x, and they are as follows. So condense first, then rewrite, then solve. The nice thing about this lesson is you already know how to do all 3 of these things, and we're just putting them together. So let's see what this looks like. So the first thing I'm going to do with this is I have 2 logs. I want to turn it into 1 logs. Remember, that's what condense means. So I'm subtracting here. So when I'm subtracting 2 logs, I end up dividing. So these 2 things are equivalent. 0 stays the same. I've not changed that side. So I've condensed it. Now I'm going to rewrite it, and rewrite means rewrite using this fact, right? So that's what we did in the last set of problems just now. And for this one, that's going to look like 4 to the 0 equals 9x over 3. And then we need to know what 4 to the 0 is. You should know that that's 1. Anything to the 0 power is 1. But if this was a harder exponential problem, you could do that on your calculator. Equals 9x over 3. And then there's a couple things I could do here. I could do times 3 on both sides and then divide by 9, or I could just see that 9 over 3 is just 3, right? So I get 1 equals 3x, and then x equals. Okay, so that's our first example. So we condensed, we combined our 2 logarithms here. We rewrote it as an exponential, and then we just solved for x. Okay, like I said, you know how to do all 3 of those steps already. So we'll just do one more example. Make sure you can follow this example start to finish, and you have it captured in your notes before you move on. So now's a good time to pause. So our steps here are condense, rewrite, and then solve. So to condense this one, notice I have this 2 out front, so that's how this one's just a little bit harder. I'm going to start by rewriting that logarithm. So anything that's in front of these logs, I want to be inside instead. So I'm going to leave log of 3x the same, and then minus log base 5 of 6 squared. So remember, 2 on the outside becomes an exponent on the inside, equals 1. Now I'm going to condense these, right? Well, actually, let's rewrite 6 squared as 36. That makes it nicer, doesn't it? So minus log base 5 of 36 equals 1. And then log base 5 of 3x is still chilling. Okay, now I'm going to condense these. So notice I'm subtracting again, so on the inside I'm dividing. Okay, so I've condensed my logarithms. Now I'm going to rewrite them. So my base is 5. My exponent is 1. So 5 to the first equals 3x over 36. So that's really just 5. And then I can divide by 3 for both of these. So I'll get 5 equals x over 12. So I divided the top and bottom by 3 like simplifying a fraction. And then I'll multiply times 12, so I'll get x equals 60. Okay, like I said, we're taking 3 steps and we're putting them together. This one is more or less as hard as they get. So again, make sure you pause, capture this in your notes, and make sure you understand it all the way through before you move on from the video. Remember, you can go back and rewatch or let me know if you have any questions.